Welcome back. I'm some guy you've never heard of, and this is Crusader Kings 3 Angevin Dreams. Last time, we formed our very own culture, the Loirien culture, or the Loirien culture, a blend of French and Breton, considering we have so many Breton subjects over here. We, of course, made it, we did kind of, we were kind of min-maxy when deciding things about it, and I forgot to make some other important changes, but yes, we were kind of min-maxy. We went with our Brythonic heritage, so we've got more in common with the Cornish or the Welsh. Is Cumbrian Brythonic? No, that's gotta be... Oh, it is. Interesting. So we're of that sort of heritage, so that once 50 years have passed, we can hybrid with Occitan and become Frankish again. So our naming practices are both French and Breton. And our fashion is continental European, coat of arms, French and Breton. Okay, because I completely forgot that aspect of culture and hybridizing our culture. We just ended up with the things that combine both. Interesting. Well, that'll make for an interesting mix of names down the line. And we launched a series of wars of conquest over the Balkanized Duchy of Neustria here. We conquered Avranches, married off our granddaughter, and then gave that land to her husband. So hopefully they will start a new branch of the De Loire family in Avranches, because it was, of course, a matrilineal marriage. And he's old, so hopefully he begets a child or two on her, and then kicks it, her child inherits. And it is, of course, kept in the family. Reverberation. No matter where I go, I cannot escape the disapproving gaze of noble and commoner alike. Despite my best intentions, it seems the name I have chosen for myself was met with more contempt than anticipated. I retreat to my chambers and ponder what I should do. They may not respect me, but they will obey me and give me stress. If they are right, what was I thinking? I will lose stress. How much stress? 19. Or I will gain 20 stress. Contemptible cognomen. But I have been valiant. I've answered every single call of my allies. I romanced my wife. We are soulmates. I have been faithful. Why do they not approve of my name, my nickname? I am valiant. I am in every way a valiant knight of the Christian faith. You inherited the earldom of Avranches. Of course I did. You were supposed to give your wife a child first. Alright, where is Judith now? She went back to the court of her father. Lame. Philip de Cressy has no family, does he? No, he does not. But I don't want to make it a matrilineal marriage. I mean, I don't want to make it a patrilineal marriage. Low chance for children. Okay. About Jean Le Craven. Medium. Nope. Send the proposal. Greetings, my modest liege. I gladly accept your marriage proposal. Your courtier Jean and my daughter Judith will be joined in holy matrimony. May God grant them long life and many children. Excellent. However, Jean, you are not to be a knight in the court of my son. You are to be the new Count of Avranches. Because my daughter will be its countess. I mean, my granddaughter will be its countess. I really need to do something about my... I really need to do something about my stress. Yes, let's make an alliance with my grandson-in-law. How old am I now? 59. I have ruled for nearly 50 years. Alliance formed with Count Jean. Greetings, my sensible liege. I am honored by your request and would be glad to call you an ally. Marvelous news. Always love it when my vassals are my allies. How much longer on this siege of Alençon? About 2 months. Okay. Can I do anything to form an alliance with Alfred? Alfred, who is your heir? Prince Copsice. She's married as well. Nope. Okay. Not worth it. Now, can I ransom either of them? And will that cost me my war score? Well, let's see, I have 100% from occupied holdings, and I have 100% from war leader captured. Alright. So it looks like I should be able to ransom them, assuming they have the money, and then demand peace. Only has 49 gold. So he does not have enough to pay for his ransom and his sons. Fine then, I will ransom you. And then I will demand peace from you. To the loathsome King Youths, may your humors rot in your living body. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. Signed, Bjorn Gardsky. So be it. I now have the County of Alençon. Right, my son Yudes. You hold 3 titles. How many can you hold? Oh, one of them's a barony. You'll give that away if I give you too much. What is your title limit, though? There we go, 3 out of 4. Okay. Well, my son, I am granting you the title of Alençon. Need to take Lusso. And there's a Viking party there. I will have to deal with them. Oh no, one of my counselors has died. Anyone make a better... would be the best chancellor I can make. Actually, my steward would be my best chancellor. There's no one who would be a better steward than he. And a good chancellor, a good steward is more important than a good chancellor. Let's see. Countess Bonne of Jaligny. She is powerful. Duke Ricard of Aquitaine. He is powerful, but not as good. Yes, Countess Bonne of Jaligny. You shall now be my chancellor. And we've defeated those Vikings. And our culture has joined the medieval era. New innovations are available. Fantastic. Task finished. Prince Eudes of Aquitaine finished increased county control. Task in Vons. Alright. Then I will have you increase county control in Rennes. And these wars are definitely enriching my treasury. The enduring hardships or hard rule. The Northmen are getting kind of uppity, so let's go with enduring hardships. Enemy occupation do not lower control. Raid loot recovered. You have captured 68 gold worth of loot from Chieftain Thorstein. Excellent. How do my prisoners look now? Thomas von Bodeck and Grimir. Thomas von Bodeck. Are you the least bit useful? You're from West Francia. If I negotiate your release, I gain a week hook on you and recruit you. make you take the vows. Yes, you may leave my dungeon. In exchange, you will join a monastery. And you. Yes. Excellent. You must convert to Catholicism, join a monastery, and you may be released. To the cold-hearted youths, I have no choice but to accept your conditions for my release. Signed, Grimir. Watch your step now, Grimir. To the loathsome youths, I have no choice but to accept your conditions for my release. Signed, Thomas. Watch your step now, Thomas. How much longer on this siege? About 2 months. Excellent. Greetings, my liege. I have discovered that Count Gralan's inherited contract obliges him to more than you have collected. Time to right this wrong. Good work, Countess Bonne. I've taken Lisseau. I'll get ticking war score. Let us then march down to the barony of Evreux. Ah! He comes to liberate his territory. Let's see, 7 months on this siege. How long on that siege? About 10 months. Alright. Fine. I will take Evreux. Lisseau can hold out for a while. Oh, I have few knights. That's not good. Don't have a successor for that title. Don't have a successor for that one either. Do we have any unwed female courtiers? Not guests, courtiers. Oh, you're unwed. It's 28. Yes, excellent. I'll arrange this marriage with Bermond, Count Guillaume's Master of the Hunt. It's matrilineal, so he shall join my court and become my knight. My best knight at that point. To To the modest youths, I accept your marriage proposal. Your courtier Thomine and my friend Bermond will be joined in holy matrimony. May they find strength and support in their union. Signed, Count Guillaume of Perigord. Excellent. Oh, the wolf. Interesting. Why are you dressed like that? Put on some clothes befitting your station. You're a count. Speaking of clothes fitting my station, I have died. That's what's speaking of clothes that fitting my station. Continue as King Eudes II. The king is dead, long live the king. And Eudes is now the head of the Robertine dynasty. And Eudes now holds a ridiculous amount of land. And even though there was no successor to split with, due to the nature of, what's it called? Partition succession, the Kingdom of Brittany was created upon the death of King Eudes I. So now we have King Eudes II of Aquitaine and Brittany. The Duchy of Brittany was created? It said I'm the heir to it, so it must have gone to someone. Do we have a Duke of Brittany? Let's assess my vassals. No, not by military strength, by rank. Duke Richard the Heartbreaker of Aquitaine, Duke Arnat of Toulouse, and Duke Anso of Gascon. Okay. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Let's just take a moment to reflect upon the tumultuous life and times of my father, King Eudes the Valiant of Aquitaine. Oh, there it is. There's the kills. He killed Duchess Heloise of Brittany. Okay. Interesting. That was quite a life of King Eudes I. In 866, he and Count Haston of Montague became rivals. In 868, he became friends with his Bishop Geoffrey. He pressed his claim to the county of Vendôme, held by Bouchard in 871, and concluded that in 872. In 880, he married Patruina. His first son was born in 881. That year he also became friends with Elchanan and had a fun fishing trip with her. 881 was actually a very important year for King Eudes. As I said, his first child was born. He became friends with Elchanan, and he realized that his queen, Patruina, was his soulmate. An excellent year. His rival Count Haston died from his wounds in 882. His second son was born in 883. In 885, his friends Geoffrey and Elchanan, and of course his wife Patruina, threw him a surprise birthday party. He also lost his cat earlier that year. Interesting. She was so important, but it does not list her as a memory anywhere. Also in 855, he commanded and won the Battle of Moratin against King Louis of West Francia. In 866, he joined Duke Bernat's annexation of County of Larida, held by Sultan al-Mundir. And then the following year, he pressed his claim to the Duchy of Toulouse, held by Duke Bernat, which was, of course, supported by Duke Bernat of Barcelona. Also that year, his daughter Patruina was born, and he commanded and won the Battle of Agen against Garcia. In 888, he defeated Duke Bernat of Toulouse at the Battle of Rojoux, and he became the ruler of the Duchy of Toulouse. The following year, his third and final son Francois was born, and he became the ruler of the Duchy of Anjou. He actually petitioned his liege to give him that title. In 890, he became friends with Mayor Baudouin of Marvejols. Okay. In 891, he pressed Duke Bernat of Toulouse's claim to the county of Armagnac, held by Garcia. 892 was an eventful year. He commanded and won the Battle of Langon against Garcia. His daughter Almodus was born. He defeated Duke Anso of Gascon at the Battle of Pardiac, and defeated Count Sentol of Béarn at the Battle of Armagnac. In 893, he became friends with his son and heir, and he concluded his war with Garcia. In 894, he defeated Count Aznar's war, and in 895, he won the archery contest at Prince Bishop Joffrey's Grand Tournament in somewhere up in Wessex. The following year, he won an archery contest at Duke Olifer's Grand Tournament in Brittany. Also that year, he pressed his claim to the county of Auvergne, held by Count Guillaume, and defeated him at a battle. The following year, the war was concluded, and he won another battle before that happened. But then his old friend Joffrey died of old age. In 898, his daughter Monica was born, and he became friends with King Alfonso III of Asturias, and with Guelph, his half-brother. Also that year, yes, 898 was a very important year. He organized a magnificent grand wedding for his heir and his wife Timbor. He also, they had been friends for less than a year. His friend King Alfonso of Asturias died. He also joined Duke Bernat II's annexation of Sheikhdom of Sobrarbe, held by Sultan Mohammed, and then became friends with Duke Bernat II of Barcelona. And defeated Sultan Mohammed of Navarre at the Battle of Saint-Lizier. In 899, he defeated Garcia at the Battle of Fezensac, and visited Prince Carloman, and came to Prince Carloman's defense against Garcia's dethronement war. In 900, he imprisoned Garcia de Vasconia. That was apparently a memory. Interesting. Of course, in the meantime, The king of West Francia died, leaving West Francia and Aquitaine to two separate sons, and somehow the Duke of Anjou and Toulouse went with Aquitaine, even though 80% of his land at the time was within the de jure Kingdom of West Francia. So in 901, he declared a war of independence against Prince Carloman of West Francia, because he was... Oh, Prince Carloman of West Francia. King Carloman the Evil of Aquitaine, who was failing to protect his land from Jarl Oliver of Brittany. In 902, he won that war, thus becoming an independent Duke of Anjou and Toulouse. He also had a nice picnic with his wife, and his friend Duke Bernat of Barcelona died of old age. He then pressed his claim to the county of... That's right, he lost the county of Anjou to Jarl Oliver of Brittany, because he could not defend it himself. Because his liege, the King of Aquitaine, was too weak to defend it, and he could not... You can't call your allies into a war that you join, so joining the war to protect himself would have just resulted in dead troops. And that was the whole point of the Independence War. He won his freedom from Carloman the Evil, and then, with his impressive network of allies, declared war on Duke Oliver to reclaim our ancestral capital of Anjou. In 903, he commanded and won the Battle of Loudun against Duke Oliver of Brittany. In 904, the war was concluded. In 904, he defeated Duke Oliver of Brittany at the Battle of Salmer. Then, the war was concluded, and some of his acquaintances died in 904, 905, and his friend Elchanan died of old age in 906. Also that year, he called for a Catholic holy war for the Duchy of Brittany against Duke Karl of Brittany, Oliver's heir. He then commanded and won a battle, the Battle of Anjou, against Karl of Brittany, and then defeated him at Salmer, just as he had done his father in the previous war. In 907, he concluded that war, thus taking all of Brittany. Also that year, he felt a panicking horse's kick during an ill-conceived attempt to save two racers' lives. The Pope granted him a claim to the Kingdom of Aquitaine, which he then pressed in the year 908. He also joined Countess Eglantine's War of Liberation against Count Carel. Against Duke... Yes, he was still technically Duke at that point. Of Duke Karl. And he went to the defense of King Jacob against Einar's Vangarian adventure on the Duchy of Holland. In 909, he defeated Prince Carloman of Montegris at the Battle of Carlot. He also commanded and won the Battle of Bellac against Prince Carloman of Berry. and his war against Prince Carloman ended, and he became the king of Aquitaine. He joined another of his allies' wars in 910, and joined another of his allies' wars in 910. A lot of 909 and 910 was spent honoring his alliances. I mean, his allies had always come to his aid when he called. It was only fair that he do the same when they call. His aunt, former regent and former guardian, drank herself to death in 911. He fought in more battles throughout the 9 teens, and then in 915 he pressed his claims to the majority of the lands of Neustria. He claimed Averches and Alisson, and convinced Bayeux to submit. It was quite a life. Quite a life indeed. Now, should I find a new spouse for my mother? Use her to recruit a new knight to my court? No. I'm sure she is heartbroken. They were soulmates. I will not force her into marriage already. I have 1, 2, 3 sons, just like my father. Absolutely not. You shall not. You are my heir. You shall not have an intrigue focus. Absolutely not. Oh, Prince Pan. Perhaps you should be my heir. Or Herculean. Interesting. What if Prince Thomas? Could I disinherit my son? I could. Who is your guardian? I am. Excellent. Wait, her language is the Akvolgar? I thought her language was Iberian Vulgar. Regardless, the Akvolgar is probably a more important language to learn. Yes, my son, start studying the Akvolgar. My son, you will also... No. You don't need to, You don't need to study the Akvolgar. I'm not setting you up to rule... Well, I'm setting you up to rule part of the realm. Learn Norse, my son. Agnes, you shall also learn the Akvolgar. Alice. You will also learn the Akvolgar. And Thomas, you are too young to start studying a language. Pains me to do this with our renown. But youths, I must disinherit you. Your brother Pan would make a far better king of Aquitaine and Brittany. Don't worry though, you shall have land aplenty. I can use restore accolades. Interesting. Initials necklace? What's this? Huh. I should grant the barony of Argenton. It's a city. Why do I hold this city? What happens if I do that? You'll become my vassal. Doesn't making a mayor disinherit him? Can't remember. No, apparently being a mayor did not disinherit him. Successor, the Terror of the Plains. André de Chatillon becomes your acclaimed knight. Interesting. I'll have to check out my acclaimed knights in a moment. But I'm also going to have to... I can't revoke his title. Dag nabbit. Interesting. Very interesting. That used to disinherit people. At least I think it did in CK2. I'm not sure, though. I shall have to take up my father's post commanding our army. It gives me 3, 2, 4, 2, and 2. Oh, but let's see. What if you manage the domain, my love? That ups my limit to 6. That's good. Who shall be my chancellor? Who shall be my marshal? Oh, I have a duke that would make a good marshal. Duke. Oh, that's right, he had been my father's marshal. Yes, assign. And my spy master. Count Guy of La Marche would make a decent spy master. He's a powerful vassal and he doesn't dislike me. And honestly, he only has one less than my best non-powerful vassal candidate. Yes, Count Guy, you shall be my spy master. My chancellor then will be Countess Bonn. Just like my father. Check my lifestyle. Oh, wow, I have even worse diplomacy than my father. I will go with strategy focus then. Right, my knights and accolades. We have Terror in the Plains, which is Marauder and Scoundrel. Interesting. Which has no worthy successor, of course. Of course. Can never have worthy successors without having to spend a ton of money to recruit them. Let's see, 8 or above. Sadistic, Callous, or Vengeful. You're telling me I have none of my knights that are 8 above and have Sadistic, Callous, or Vengeful. Really? And then you're also telling me that I have none of my... It would be the same accolade. What are my inactive accolades? Cleverest of the Occitans, Knight of the Griffin, and Knight of Conquest. I have someone who could be the Knight of Conquest. Excellent. Wait. It said he became my... So those ones are inactive. Alright, I'm going to retire this... Oh wait, it's up to 4? What about my inactives? That one's at 3, that one's at 1. This is at 2. I'm going to retire this accolade. And I will reinstate the Knight of Conquest. And you... Oh, no, don't seek a... I retired that accolade, so surely he's available to be the successor now. He is vengeful. He should be able to be the successor. But he's still an acclaimed knight. So apparently they can still be acclaimed knights. They're just not an accolade that will currently give me any bonuses, I guess. Interesting. Titles could be created, a whole bunch of duchies. I could declare wars. No, I wish to conclude my father's wars and consolidate the realm. What lands do I hold that I wish to give out? My son Prince Eudes. I will grant you titles, my son. Yes, you shall take Chartres and Vendôme. Excellent, now I'm only one over my limit. And that solved that problem. Dangerous factions, oh no. Alright, let's see about negotiating alliances. Prince Thomas, that's cute. My son Eudes, of course. No. No? Okay. Oh, my brother Prince Francois. We're allies. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the list of vassals who cannot join factions. I meant to look at the list of, other vassals. Duke Richard the Heartbreaker of Aquitaine. No, you don't have anyone that I can marry. Okay, that I can marry one of my... Let me check and see if one of my daughters would work then. Princess Agnes. She's 7? Yes, No, you wouldn't, okay. You wouldn't go for a, You wouldn't go for a matrilineal marriage? That's fine. But if all it takes to bind you to me is to marry my daughter to your son, then we shall do so. I propose that Princess Agnes of Aquitaine marry Bernard of Poitiers, heir to the Duchy of Aquitaine and Poitiers. Send the proposal. And let me check out my kit. I wield the Catalan sword, the marble scepter of Jarla, Count Eudes' weapons in combat. pretty sure I have a better trinket than this. Initials. Oh. Oh. It was a gift from my wife on our wedding night. Ah. Which means it is far too valuable to be carried out and about on my person. It should be held safely in a vault. I will replace... what are these 5s? I will replace it with this prize brooch. Excellent. Okay, there's also a dissolution faction. Duke Anso of Gascon. See what I can do. Oh, he's Bossk. Interesting. Let's see what I can do about him. Can I arrange a marriage with him? Well, Prince Thomas. Apparently he has a 35-year-old I could betroth him to. That would grant the alliance. Interesting. Alright, let me try someone else in the court. Well, Princess Alice. Yes, I propose that Princess Alice marries your heir. Greetings, my thoughtful liege. I gladly accept your betrothal proposition. My daughter Alice will be betrothed to my son and heir, Anso. Signed, Duke Anatso of... Anso of Gascon. Excellent. Oh, I've gained stress. Interesting. What stressed me out? I can't tell. Greetings, my thoughtful liege. I am honored by your request, and I would be glad to call you an ally. Signed, Prince Yudza Vendôme. Greetings, my thoughtful liege. I gladly accept your betrothal proposition. My daughter Agnes will be betrothed to my son and heir Bernard. Signed, Duke Richard of Aquitaine. Excellent. What is stressing me out, I wonder? I don't know what stressed me out. If there's anything I can do to deal with my stress right now, there does not appear to be. Perhaps when the wars are over I shall hold a grand feast. As my eyes meet Countess Eglantine's for what feels like the 20th time tonight, I know I am not imagining things. Even from the other end of the table, her gaze feels as intense as the midday sun. She wants me, and I am terrified. Of her, or her husband Count Theobald, or of what I might do. I cannot say. No, I will not give her a good tumble. Everyone will know of her sinful thoughts. No, she's only been giving you looks. No, my heart remains pure. I am married to my soulmate. Speaking of married to soulmates, my son and heir needs a spouse. Princess of East Francia. I mean, ideally, I'd like to find a good Iberian girl for her. Like my father did for me and for himself. He's bossy. None of them have any particularly good traits to pass on. Oh, lazy and wrathful. An excellent combination of traits. Hilda. It's really weird that I can't promise things like a grand wedding just because I happen to be in an army right now. But that's okay. I don't need to promise a grand wedding. Yes. Let me marry my son to a princess of East Francia. Send the proposal. It would also be a good alliance. Anyway, he may be the better heir, but he's not a youth. He is not, he may be worthy of Aquitaine, but I don't think he's worthy of a grand wedding. He is not a youth. He is not marrying an Iberian girl. To the thoughtful King Eudes of Aquitaine, I gladly accept your betrothal proposition. Your son and heir, Payan, will be betrothed to my daughter, Serhilda. Excellent. What faction is dangerous now? Expectations. You are always there for me, and I hope you know that I am grateful. My son and heir, Payan, approach me in a rare display of courage and openness. This is what it means to be a guardian. Oh, I am now known as the Shy. Great. My father was the Valiant, and I am the Shy. My acquaintance, have you heard what they call you? My acquaintance, Sudislav says to me while blushing. They call you King Eudes the Shy. Not what you would call flattering, perhaps, but it's unlikely that you can do anything to change it. Better get used to it. Sudislav snickers as he walks away. The Shy? What? Preposterous. Interesting. Alright, who all's in this? Oh, it's a claimant one. Okay. He can be the claimant without being in the faction. Alright, Duke Arnaud of Toulouse. I still have a few children to spare. No. I'm out of daughters, though. Okay. How about Countess Clarmonda? Countess Clarmonda. In the Duchy of Armagnac, which no one holds. I could, in theory, create that and give it to someone loyal. That would take you out of the faction. Locke's part of the Duchy of Bourbon. He's part of the Duchy of Languedoc. Arrange a marriage. There's no one in your court that can marry my son. Okay. Let me arrange a marriage with you then. Yes, my son Thomas to your daughter Judith. And then how about you? You just have a son. Oh, I have a new archbishop. Oh, it's my father's old archbishop, the fantastic one. Good. Okay, how many languages do I speak? And what is my limit? I speak to Old Vulgar, Iberian Vulgar, to Occupant Vulgar, and Brythonic. I could have room in my brain for 2 more languages. Excellent. Oh, I am literally shy. I suppose being known as the shy then makes sense. Perhaps I should go on a retreat in the mountains like my father did. I don't have any particularly good traits. I mean, if I could go from being cynical to zealous, that would be great. Or from shy to garious. That'd be awful. I mean, awesome. I mean, the worst possibility would go from being chaste to lustful. I mean, who knows? I mean, I don't know if it'll just flip traits like that, but we'll see. Nordmark. Oh, that's way over there. Alright, I'm still working on this. There's still that dangerous faction to worry about. Oh, something has calmed me. Boiling anger. You might be a king, but you are also a friendless scullion. The unprovoked anger expressed by my sister Almodus comes as a complete surprise. She had been under a lot of less stress lately, but to behave like this... Marry your betrothed already. That she even struggles, it's calming. Good. Greetings, my thoughtful liege. I gladly accept your betrothal proposition. Your son Thomas will be betrothed to my daughter Judith. Excellent. My son has learned the Norse language already. Excellent. Good job, youths. Crap. I was not as good a commander as my father, so now this siege went more slowly than the siege of Bissau. Great. And now I have taken Evero. I will now go after Karl's army. And let us make peace and force demands. To the cloistered King Eudes, may wisdom ever elude you. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. Signed, Helgi of Aarhus. Excellent. So be it. Do I give this to my son or my brother? Oh, my brother has died. Ah. That explains why I gained so much stress. My brother and ally has passed. He left but one son. No? Yes, he left but two sons. But he had not yet enough land to split between them. I don't need this much land in Brittany. Do I? I mean, I do wish to take Touraine one day. No, I'll give you Evero. You are grandson of Eudes the First. You should be landed. Slipping away, my son Pan seems to have been having a difficult time at our latest feast. He sneaked out early and was not seen for the entire rest of the evening. Let's see, if you have better things to do, do those instead. No. It is your duty to be seen whether you want to or not. He'll become shy. Oh, I guess I'll let him be impatient then. No, we're not accepting a white peace. We've taken your castle. We've taken the castle we want once. We will take it again. Eudes learned the Da'ak vulgar language through observation. Impressive. Good job, Eudes. Oh, there's a dangerous faction still. Of course, there's no one in his court that could form an alliance, that could solidify an alliance. Ah, but she now has someone. Excellent. Yes, you will marry this. I will betroth you to this 0-year-old child. For the good of the kingdom. Greetings, my thoughtful liege. I gladly accept your betrothal proposition. Your son Eudes will be betrothed to my daughter Falquelena. Excellent. I don't need mercenaries. I'm only losing wars because of time. I'm not actually losing them. Wait. Making alliances makes me shy. I mean, makes me stressed because I'm shy. Wow, this has got to be the worst trait ever. Would having a feast then not... Yes, once I've dealt with this, I will seclude myself. Of course he's coming back. And this has been such a stressful time for our new king and myself that I have completely lost track of the time. I'm sorry for this monstrously long episode. I'll make sure it's not like that again in the future. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll resolve these wars in, hopefully, in the next episode. Thank you. This has been Crusader Kings 3, Angevin Dreams, and I am some guy you've never heard of. Unless, of course, you have.